I guess that's about it. Let's have a talk to Dreer. So, I think now that we have dispensed with the formalities, you can probably, like, learn more about Dreer. As has been mentioned before, Dreer's mother is actually from Beloveno, a city founded by humans and which we're gonna get to eventually. His mother had a profession which was held in very poor regard. She earned her living in a brothel, I see. So, yeah. His mother was, yeah, an escort, I guess. My mother met my father there, a trader and a sailor, and followed him to his home city of Girinar. I see. I grew up in a happy home in Girinar, I see. So we're not actually gonna meet your parents. Oh, but she got an untreatable disease, contracted in Beloveno, yeah. My mother died of an attack when I was 9 years old. My father died of the disease a year later. Probably have to thank my father for joining the Styric. Makes for an interesting story, doesn't it, Dreer? I can understand that you probably wouldn't want to tell this story outside, like, friendly circles. And there we go. That's the story of Dreer so far. And yeah, he basically is highly skilled in combat, as we've found out multiple times before. Okay, who's next? Let's have a talk to Syrah. So her past is of course gonna be a bit troubled as well. She grew up as her father's only child. And he was supposedly a good Iskai. I mean, as I mentioned before, he's a bit of an idiot, but, you know, I guess we all are, at some point. I never knew my mother because of the unfortunate hunting expedition. Yeah, of course. I had a wonderful childhood. You received a first-class education from your father, but then sort of you said, "Yo, daddy, I want to do a different thing. You're not the boss of me," and she ended up with the G-Cause. And there we go. We pretty much knew most of this already. And lastly, we could have a chat to Malthas, but, you know, Malthas can't actually talk, so... Oh, and also, yeah, he's not really interested in divulging personal stuff because he's kind of new to the party, but, you know. Okay, let's see, what else do we have around here? A Master of Science of Druid Magic. Now Malthas, of course being a druid, he has very different spells from Syrah. How am I gonna do this? There we go. Let's put you two... I was gonna say lovebirds. Together. It's a bit of a bad habit. Because they're not... Ah, well. You'll find out. At any rate, what was I saying? Yeah, Malthas, so... He's a druid, he casts magic, but it's totally different magic from the Iskai. It is more directed towards, healing and doing damage very specifically to, demon-type enemies, and stuff like that. I don't think I can actually see his spells, or can I? Use magic. Oh, there we go. He has a fireball, healing, and boasting. I don't know for sure what boasting does. I think it's sort of a damage boost. In any case, first thing I'm gonna do is equip Melthas. Hold on. There we go, that should just about do it. Let's have a chat with this dude. So just the same as with Syrah, we can basically have Melthas learn new spells, but we're gonna have to up his level just a bit before we do. Magic, also called the art of the gods, is rooted in knowledge which our forefathers received from Danu. So interestingly, of course, each of these different schools of magic have a different backstory to why their magic works, but at the same time, it's all just rooted in this same idea that there's an omniscient earth goddess, I suppose. Let's see, what else can we do around here? Can I actually open the bookcases? I haven't tried yet. No. Can I open the shelves? Maybe I can open some shelves. Oh, hey buddy, wait. Which one of you guys have I just talked to? Turco. Togiden, so you're the ones that are going looking for Barrow. That is us, yeah. I would be glad to look at them. Oh, so yeah, this guy can basically identify magic items. Which is interesting, I guess. Maybe I should have kept that emerald dagger. He probably could have told me what it actually does. Let's see. True masters of magic are capable of transferring the powers within them into special objects. These valuable artifacts even allow laymen to produce magic effects. And thus, I think I do actually have like this one. Yeah, the red sword. He might be able to tell us what it actually does. Let's see. It's gotta depend on the price just a little bit. I'm not gonna waste my money. Ooh. I'm not gonna waste my money too much on this kind of stuff. I don't actually know if I actually wasted any money, did I? Damage -2. Oh, so this is a cursed weapon, is it? Strength -25. Spell Fire Hell. Look at that. So that's what you can actually do, talking to this dude. Which is of course very interesting, but may not be worth wasting your money on. What's this? To the Halls of Books. Yeah, this heads down, and basically towards the start of the dungeon. I'm not gonna get to that just yet. I kinda wanna stick to exploring not just this place, but also the rest of the islands, because there's a few interesting things to be found. What do we have here? Hey buddy. Togiden, this is the workroom. Just help yourself to anything. Oh, thanks man. I was gonna do regardless, but you know, it's nice to have like permission. Ooh, and a bucket. Yeah, didn't I drop my last bucket? I think I did. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna need it. Definitely. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to fill it. Fuck it. We have more than enough people. Oops. I think I should be able to manage my inventory. That I don't, like, get into problems of burdening. Let's put it that way. What else do we have around Ariano? Let's see. There's this dude. Malthas cannot speak. Yeah, no shit. I'm not... Oh yeah, I'm trying to talk with Malthas. That's a bit of a problem. That's a nice touch, actually. If you're leading the party with Malthas, obviously you can't talk to people. Which is like a completely pointless extra mechanic in the game. But it's just in there to sort of keep everything consistent. It's a nice touch. What's this? To the sleeping rooms. Yeah. We're not getting in there. We're not gonna be able to see like the Grandmaster's undies. Oop. Or his nightgown. I'm assuming these people wear nightgowns. Do you, buddy? I wouldn't be surprised. You probably look fancy in a nightgown. So of course this dude is Chief of the Druids. And I'm not too sure if he has a lot more to say. Maybe about Barrow. Yeah, everybody basically has the same thing to say about Barrow. He's a bit of an idiot. And that seems to be about everything. I don't know if he has anything, maybe he has something to say about Malthas. That would be interesting. No, never mind. Did I spell your name right? I did. Right, I guess I'm gonna head down. Ooh, wait, hold on, let me rifle through your garbage. No. Okay, let's see what's up downstairs. It doesn't immediately delve into the dungeon, there's still a bit more to see. Right down here. Hey, buddy. Togi Din, welcome to the Ariano Library. Please keep your voices down. Sure. And this guy actually sells spell scrolls, which is fairly interesting. Because if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, I remember this now. So you can have all these magic users, you can have them learn spells directly from a trader, or you can learn spells from a scroll, but interestingly enough, the scrolls are actually cheaper than the spells themselves. So that's a tiny bit odd, but, you know, as long as you know. Let's see, so I'm just gonna buy these spells for Malthas. He can't use them just yet. Is this a good idea? Probably is. Berserk. I'm not gonna buy them all. I'm gonna buy like the ones that seem useful in the moment. Magic Shield, probably. And Banish Demon. That should hold us up for now. So this dude, yeah, basically the librarian. Not a monkey, because this isn't Discworld. Sadly. I should play the Discworld game, goddamn. Right. So let's see. Can I sort of learn... Yeah, can I learn this? Spell levels too high. Spell levels too high. How about this? Okay. How about this? Yeah. Malthas is a bit of a weenie. He's like level 5, which is not great. The rest of our team is hovering around level 10. Thomas even 12. So yeah. Malthas has a bit of a catching up to do. How about you? Epic looking blonde man. I'm gonna try to talk to all these people because I'm assuming some of them have something useful to say. Besides just shitting on Barrow for being a bit of an idiot. This is the entrance to the dungeon. Big ass dungeon. Huge dungeon. I think I talked about the last one being a bit of a war of attrition. This one is worse, like 10 times worse, probably 100 times worse. How you doing, man? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else around here. So instead what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna head into the dungeon just yet, but I'm gonna see if I can visit the other side of the islands. So heading out to this part that is south of Ariano. Ariano is down the road to the north. We find this tiny extra part of the village. I didn't actually cross this bridge, but if you go to the west here, you basically end up back where we started, when we first landed with the boat. There's a little shop here, a very useful shop. If I'm not mistaken. Hey you. Would you like to see my wares? Sure. I think this is like, yeah, a various goods type of trader. Look at that. So you can basically buy tons of potions and some lockpicks, which I think I'm gonna do. There we go. That is always worth it. And I'm thinking this might be the place where we're gonna sell the most of our stuff. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have a quick look at her prices by giving her one expensive thing. Let's see. Sell 1 8.3 coins. Wait, this one is more expensive, isn't it? 20.8. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't think there's... It sometimes ever so slightly happens that you can sort of steal something from a store by reaching over the counter, but it doesn't happen often. Who's this? Okay, I see. And down here, there's something else as well. Let's see. House of Obelos, Tribal King of Vanello. So this is actually a second village. Look at that. How you doing, man? This one looks tough. Yeah, tough man, big boy. There's a lot of women here. I can only guess what the deal is. Where's the big man? Is that him? It might be. Buddy. He's the king's bodyguard, I see. So who's the king? Ah, this dude, right? With the ponytail. No. We're searching for a large metal object which fell out of the sky. Right, so this guy doesn't know anything either. Look at that. So Vanello is a very tiny settlement, right next to the other one. I totally forgot the name of the other one. But usually you pass through this place on your way to Ariano for the first time. I basically was an idiot. Head on the long way around. But besides the one shop, I don't think there's that much to see here. There's a lot more important stuff to be found on the other side of the mountain pass, and that's gonna be an interesting venture, to be sure. First thing I'm gonna do is rest. The companions settle down for a rest. They make themselves comfortable and start talking. Malthas seems to be particularly interested in the Iskai. He is attempting to read their uniquely built mouth and is learning about their culture and how do you pronounce that? Peculiarities. Yeah. When the conversation turns to the forehead organ of the Iskai, Malthas curiously touches Syrah's tree, and the two freeze suddenly as if struck by lightning. Wow. Well, I guess you should be happy that that's kind of the first thing he decides to touch, without her consent. I mean, knowing humans, it could have been much worse. There is. I can hear. Your lips are silent, but I understand. Impossible. No human can read the tree, but I can... Tell me what you hear. It sounds good, like sympathy. Or more like affection. Something that I've never heard from any human. Oh, Meltha's buddy. You may be coming off just a little bit strong there. My foster father Barrow loves me too, but this is different. I don't understand women yet. Yeah, that's kind of what he's getting at, isn't it? It's basically Meltha's first bout with love and the furry fandom. So basically, Meltha's seems to have the same magic mind-melding powers the Iskai have, and he doesn't really get zapped touching a tree, as the rest of us do. Oh, Meltha's, take me here now. Yeah. Basically, these two are just sort of engaging in a pseudo-sexual mind meld, while the rest of us sort of sit around and watch. It's just a tiny bit awkward, lads. Would be nice if we could just give you guys some private space, but yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like an emotional moment, I get it, but all of this is kind of weirded out by the fact that they're just sort of doing this in the middle of a conversation with everybody, so... And next we should find a river. Oh yeah, it's getting hot and steamy now. Yeah. And thus Zera and Melthas report to the surprised companions that they have a spiritual oh yeah, actually it does kind of make sense, doesn't it? Because these two basically engaged in high octane mind melting. Probably happened in like a few seconds, but for the rest of them... No. Oh yeah, it actually does say, within a few seconds, Zera and Melthas became very close, because all of this happens in the span of a few seconds, yeah. The occasion causes lengthy discussions between the companions. And then everybody goes to sleep. Except for Zera and Melthas, who sort of find a riverbed. Do the nasty. The interspecies horizontal limbo. I'm not too sure what just happened to the music, but that is supposed to be dungeon music. Let's see, maybe it's gonna change if I switch. There we go. I guess maybe it was dungeon music because... Ooh. Melthas and Ciri, yeah, I don't even want to know. I really don't want to know. Let's just go talk to this guy. So this dude can repair stuff, and is basically gonna be our new weaponsmith. Of course, since he is a human, and we are within the Celts, we're no longer gonna find, like, useful stuff for our Iskai in a while. But we can focus on getting better equipment for the humans. Let's see, a chainmail I have already for Tom. And it's actually not that expensive. The hats I have as well. I could do with a nice shield, but it's not really necessary per se. Yeah, whatever this guy is selling, it's not that great. Let's just put it like that. And his selling prices aren't great either. I guess the battle axe looks nice. 11, that's... is that even worth it? It totally isn't. Okay, maybe it's worth it for Dreer. But it's not worth giving like 200 coins for. Fuck that. Fuck everything about that. Yeah. I don't think I'll be buying any new stock from this guy. Instead, I will move on, and we will discover whatever there is to discover. Yeah, you can already hear the wind blowing through the mountain pass. Well, I had a quick lap around the islands. There's actually not that much more to see, to be honest. The most important thing to do next is to actually head through the mountain pass. A canyon through the high plateau opens before Tom and his companions. And you have to be kinda wary of moving through this pass, as I think I will find out soon enough, unless I get really lucky. And nothing seems to happen. Walking through the pass. Nothing really going on. All seems to be nice and well. I seem to be extremely lucky. Is nothing gonna happen, really? Nothing. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna make it through this pass without even a scratch? That would supremely surprise me. Oh, there we go. Suddenly, several shabby, mean-looking persons jump out of a hiding place. Yeah, so, the mountain pass is filled with bandits. And these guys can be kinda dicks, but more importantly, they are a great source of income. If I'm not mistaken, the amount of bandits that you can actually run into is finite, and the more bandits you fight, the bigger their parties come, and the more dangerous. But once you clear them all out, yeah, you definitely have like a nice bit of cash on hand. So it's definitely worth doing. But at the same time, you gotta realize that these guys are kinda dangerous as well. I'm probably not gonna be able to deal with like 1 or 2 of these parties before having to rest and sleep. I'm thinking, let's see. I guess I should blind this one. It's mostly just a matter of having Malthas and Syrah train their spells. If they would be done training, I would be a bit more conservative with my spell points. Let's see. There we go, that should do it. As you can tell, these guys take quite a bit of punishment. And now Malthas is out of mana juice, so I'm gonna have him use his ranged combat. Which he probably kinda sucks at, but whatever. It's gonna have to do. Ooh, I don't want you to move, Dreer. I want you to fuck this guy up. There you go. There you go. Good job, guys. Yeah, that's what I mean. These guys will basically feed you with a giant supply of equipment, which you can then sell for quite a bit of money. Let's see, leather vest. I don't think I can use any more of this. Yeah, the rest is just garbage. There we go. Now, I would kind of appreciate it if I could get through this without a second fight, which I can. I think I got really lucky there. Usually you get like 2 or 3 rounds of combat before you can actually make it through. There's a second eye here. And thus, having made it through the mountain pass, there's a bit more to see on the southern part of this island, which I'm gonna try to show you. Here we go. The most important part of this place, and perhaps the only important part of this place, is the tiny village of Albion. I don't want to rest. I actually do want to rest, but not right now. I want to explore the village. Yeah, thank you. If I'm not mistaken, there should be 1 or 2 shops here that are kind of crucial to basically get your shit together. Let's see. You've got this dude. That's basically a sort of pawnbroker, I guess. And he's he sells some interesting stuff. Togiten, I see you're travelers. You must need something that can make your trip easier. This guy is a trader in ordinary and extraordinary things. Look at that. And he does actually sell some interesting stuff. Let's have a look-see. We have the Sleep Spores and the Blighting Spark, which I think Syrah already has. More importantly, he sells the Red Music Crystal for a lot of money, but it's worth it. There's actually quite a bit of useful stuff here. There's the Dream Shield, which is a very expensive but very good shield. And the Monster Eye, which is very expensive as well, but is basically a unique item that lets you see whenever monsters are nearby. Before I start buying and selling, I might just have a look around the village to see what else there is around. I don't think there is much, to be honest. Let's see. The Fruits of Albion. I'm assuming these guys sell food. I don't know what their prices are, but... oh, wow. Yeah, this is extremely cheap food. I don't really want to buy any because I'm an idiot and I bought some food before heading down here. At like 3 times the price, but you know, there you go. I didn't quite remember that was a thing. And we can basically go around the village, ask these people if they saw the Toronto, but no dice. Which is to be expected, to be honest. I think that's the village chief, right? No. Who's the big boss man around here? I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Wait, ooh, who's that guy? Look at that guy. Dude. I think this actually might be Big Boss Man. Aretha, my wife, and I like to receive visitors. I see, so I guess the wife is the Big Boss Man? No, you're the nanny, okay? Is it you then? There you go. Aretha. The Queen of Albion, look at that. Oh yeah, I just talked to you, didn't I? No. So they're basically a farming community that tends to these fruit orchards, which is why they have such cheap food. I guess it makes sense. But beyond that little bit of backstory, there's not that much to this place. The most important part are the 2 traders. Farina is a warrior. A warrior? Question mark. Wow, it's so rude. Oh yeah, she can actually train us. Ah, that is interesting. How much for like 1 skill point? 4 gold. Okay. I might do that. Let's see. My guys can still use some training. They have a maximum up to which they can train, and everybody has a different maximum. Look at Rainer, he's a bit of a weenie. He can barely train in any combat. And Dreer, on the other hand, has like the max possible. So it's probably a good idea to train this dude as much as you can. Yeah. But I don't want to waste my money before I actually buy the important stuff. So I think I might leave it at that, because the next part is going to be delving into the actual dungeon of Ariano. So I guess I'll meet you guys next time. After I'm done farming some bandits and equipping my dudes. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, so one specific thing I forgot to mention. You can actually go back and talk to this dude guarding the tree all by himself. And once you buy the music crystal, which I did from the one trader, you can offer this to him. And he is extremely happy, being of course very lonely. He only has like a tree to talk to. And he gives us a magic weapon in exchange, which is extremely useful. When I go have a look, it's a crystal throwing axe. Basically it's a ranged weapon that does heaps of damage and doesn't like run out of charges, so you can basically use it forever, which I'm gonna give to Melthas, I guess? Sure. Why not?